Hi Landry, Dr. Borlotti here, giving you a short tutorial of how to do the first draft of your argument essay. The software that I'm using to create these tutorial videos only allows me 15 minutes, so if I talk really quickly, I apologize for that. Okay, let's begin. I made a few edits on your outline. You'll notice that all the extra wording that you had on here, I don't need. You can keep that stuff in your notes, but for an outline, I don't need all that extra wording. However, I do need the words opposition and rebuttal to appear on the outline. Okay, so keep those. Okay, but all the extra word that you had on here, I don't need. You keep that for your own reference, but I don't need that for this outline. Okay, so I'm going to start at the very, very bottom and show you what I did. I went into your lit review and I pulled out your sources, and I put your sources on this works cited page. And you'll notice that I put them in alphabetical order. Here's a note for you, though. I need a retrieval date here for this source. Even though it's probably an online journal, you've indicated that you got this journal off of the web, so I need the date that you are using it. And I just put today's date in these three cases here. So just add that, if you could please. Also notice that I've indented the second line of the sources. Okay, let's go back up to the top and see what I did. First of all, you'll notice that it's all color-coded, and I want you to keep the color coding when you write your essay. So keep the colors in mind. The red is going to stand for your subtopic, the blue is going to stand for your opposition, and the B is going to stand for your side, the rebuttal. Okay, so in the introduction paragraph, use the introduction paragraph as an opportunity to give me any background information, any history, anything that I need to understand why this is a problem, why your issue is a problem. Okay, just educate me as to why this is a big deal. And then end the introduction with your thesis stated exactly the same way as it appears on the outline. Okay, then you begin. Notice it stays in the colors. This first sentence here is the subtopic sentence stating your first question. The first argument asks, what will happen if Roe v. Wade is overturned? And here it is right here. And that stays in red. Then you go right on to the opposition. And that's why I asked you to keep that word on the outline, so you can repeat it in the essay. There are plenty of opponents of Roe v. Wade that believe whatever. What happens if this is overturned? And then continue to discuss what they believe in 5 or 6 more sentences minimum, and make sure that you give an in-text citation from an opposition's source. Now, I just put this citation in here as an example of how to cite the Malin source. I don't know what source you're going to cite here. This is just an example of how to cite that particular source. In any event, once you get done with that first paragraph, notice this is all A. The subtopic goes at the beginning of A. You indent at B. And I've given you a really nice transition to use as you go into the B side, the rebuttal side, the proponents, the supporters, the advocates. What do they think about Roe v. Wade if it's overturned? Once again, continue for about 5 or 6 more sentences. And once again, I've given you an example of an in-text citation of how Major Applebaum and Beckham's source would look with a page number. And then the pattern repeats. Start the next subtopic with a transition. Here is your question. What do the opponents think? Transition. What do you think? And examples of your in-text citations. Once again, the pattern repeats. I've given you another transition. I would like you to use it. Your subtopic. What do the opponents say? Transition. What do you say? And once again, you can see I've given you citation examples here and here. In the event that you are using a block quote, which a block quote is defined as anything over 4 lines typed, MLA says you have to use the block quote system. And basically what you're doing is you're tabbing in twice. Okay, and the source citation goes at the end here. Notice where the period goes. Okay, notice a regular indent is that much, a block quote indent is twice that much. And then the conclusion to give me your best stuff, your best arguments, to summarize your stuff. Okay, give it a shot. Let me know what you need. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but if not, give me a holler.